Hello everyone. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I'm Kawamoto, CEO and Representative Director of Gumi. I would like to begin by walking you through our financial results for the first quarter of the fiscal year ending April 2026. In the first quarter, sales were 1,354 million yen. Operating profit was 72 million yen. Ordinary profit was 1,234 million yen. Pre-tax quarterly net profit was 1,270 million yen, and net profit attributed to parent company shareholders was 1,247 million yen, allowing the company to remain profitable. Next, let me briefly touch on some notable topics in our businesses. In June 2025, our largest shareholder, SBI Holdings, acquired additional shares of our stock, increasing its voting rights ratio to 33.28%. Going forward, the company will continue to further strengthen its collaboration with SBI in the two growth areas of crypto assets and neo-media. In August 2025, we resolved to acquire 2.5 billion yen of XRP. Through our partnership with the SBI Group, we aim to contribute to the development of the XRP ecosystem and further enhance its profitability. Furthermore, our upcoming new title, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Aura Aura Overdrive, scheduled for release in late September, has already surpassed 700,000 pre-registrations, marking the highest total in our group's history and a solid milestone in our steady progress toward launch. These topics will be addressed in further detail later in this video. Next, I will explain the progress of our medium-term plan. Net profit before tax for the first quarter was 1.27 billion yen, representing approximately 41% progress toward the full-year profit target of 2.5 to 4 billion yen prescribed in the revised medium-term plan. The key factor was the recording of a revaluation gain on crypto assets in our blockchain-related business, stemming from a rise in the market value of the crypto assets we hold. We will continue making steady progress toward achieving the targets of our medium-term plan. Continuing on, allow me to explain our strengthened capital ties with SBI. In June 2025, SBI acquired an additional 6.5 million shares of the company's stock, raising its voting rights ratio to 33.28%. Since entering into a business and capital alliance agreement in December 2022, we have engaged in various business collaborations with SBI. We believe that this additional share purchase reflects SBI's recognition of these initiatives and their potential. Going forward, we will further accelerate our initiatives in the crypto asset and neo-media sectors together with SBI. Specifically, we plan to establish a fund for listed crypto assets within 2025 and promote revenue generation in the financial sector through our previously mentioned acquisition of XRP. Furthermore, as a business partner under SBI's neo-media strategy, we intend to reinforce our partnership with SBI by engaging in various initiatives centered on IPs. We will continue to pursue sustained growth and further enhance corporate value through our strong partnership with SBI. Please note that we will also continue our business and capital alliances with Super State Holdings and Square Enix. Next, I will explain the reasoning and details behind our crypto asset purchasing. Recently, we resolved to acquire 2.5 billion yen in XRP. This is not solely in anticipation of an increase in value, but a strategic initiative to participate in the XRP ecosystem, which underpins international remittance and liquidity networks, and to expand revenue opportunities in our financial sector. We have already acquired 1 billion yen in Bitcoin and are earning stable staking income via staking protocols such as Babylon. By adding XRP to our portfolio, we will drive an asset strategy centered on both Bitcoin and XRP, harnessing the advantages of universal asset value appreciation and stable earnings, while contributing to ecosystem expansion and international remittances, thereby further strengthening our profitability in the financial sector. XRP is a core asset promoted by the SBI Group in its international remittance and liquidity network strategy. Because of SBI's position as a shareholder in Ripple Labs, our acquisition of XRP will further strengthen our strategic alignment with SBI. Through deeper collaboration with SBI, we will accelerate the expansion of actual use in financial infrastructure. Taking market conditions into account, we plan to acquire 2.5 billion yen in XRP during the period from September 2025 to February of next year. Through this initiative, we will further strengthen our position in the crypto asset domain and deliver continued enhancement of corporate value over the medium to long term. Next, let me provide an update on our upcoming new title, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Aura Aura Overdrive. As of September 11th, the number of pre-registrations for this title has surpassed 700,000. This is the highest pre-registration figure ever recorded by our group and reaffirms the tremendous anticipation for this title. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is a popular IP that has boasted overwhelming support for many years, sustained by a diverse fan base across all ages and demographics. Release is scheduled for late September, and we are confident it will serve as a core title for driving earnings growth from the second quarter onward. With the release just around the corner, we are making thorough preparations to ensure we fully meet everyone's expectations. We appreciate your continued interest in this title. Next, I would like to talk about the expansion of our crypto asset holdings. As of the end of the first quarter, the group's crypto assets under management reached 9,886 million yen, expanding steadily from 7,581 million yen at the end of the previous fiscal year. This indicates that the foundation for generating ongoing earnings, such as staking rewards, is steadily growing. Our investment funds stood at 13.7 billion yen as of the end of June 2025 and are on a steady growth track. We believe this demonstrates that our crypto asset strategy is bearing tangible results. Looking ahead, the previously mentioned acquisition of 2.5 billion yen in XRP will be reflected in our held assets sequentially from the second quarter onward. Furthermore, the formation of a joint fund with SBI is also underway, and upon completion, we expect an expansion in assets under management in the several billion yen range. We aim to establish this joint fund within the year. We will continue to reinforce our asset base while working to enhance our sustainable earning capacity. Continuing on, I will explain the trends in the crypto assets held by our group. Excluding investment funds, our group's crypto asset balance reached 9,886 million yen as of the end of the first quarter of the fiscal year 2026. This represents a 267% increase compared with the same period last year, demonstrating solid progress in our crypto asset strategy. Note that this balance does not yet reflect the 2.5 billion yen in XRP we recently resolved to acquire. That will be reflected sequentially from the second quarter onward, and we plan to further expand our asset scale going forward. As you can see, our crypto asset balance has grown considerably from the previous year, and we will continue to pursue sustained expansion through accumulating strategic assets such as XRP. Moving on, let's look at some assorted topics on page 11. We have already reported on our performance in the executive summary, so I will focus on a few key points here. First, sales declined, coming in at 1,354 million yen for the first quarter. This was influenced by factors such as the termination of service of the global version of War of the Visions Final Fantasy Brave XPS. On the other hand, operating profit was 72 million yen, backed by earnings contributions from the receipt of crypto assets in the blockchain-related business. In addition, ordinary profit remained positive at 1,234 million yen, boosted by revaluation gains on crypto assets. As a result, net profit attributable to parent company shareholders was 1,247 million yen, indicating steady earnings momentum. Next, I would like to discuss our results by business. First, in the mobile game business, existing titles continued to perform well. However, due to development investments in our upcoming JoJo's Bizarre Adventure title, the segment as a whole continued to record an operating loss for the first quarter. From the second quarter onward, we anticipate a significant profit increase following the release of this new title. Next, in our blockchain-related business, we continued to post an operating profit, aided by the receipt of crypto assets. While strong performance in the entertainment sector supported earnings, in the financial sector, we also executed initiatives aimed at medium to long-term earnings growth. In this manner, while our mobile game business is making proactive investments for future growth, the blockchain-related business drives stable and growing earnings. Lastly, as a supplementary explanation of profits in the blockchain-related business, I would like to give a detailed description of our revenue structure. Let's start with a brief summary of the accounting for our blockchain-related business. When we receive newly issued tokens as consideration for services, in principle, we recognize them as sales at the time of receipt. This applies to the ongoing receipt of crypto assets, as well as validator and staking rewards in our node operation business. Conversely, for fluctuations in the market value of crypto assets already held or received as consideration for investments, we account for them as non-operating income or expenses. This approach clearly distinguishes operation earnings from gains or losses caused by fluctuations in asset value. With these accounting methods in mind, let's take a closer look at the situation in each area. First, across the blockchain-related business, we have maintained substantial profitability, driven by rising prices of crypto assets we hold. Looking more closely at this income, although we incurred some revaluation losses in the entertainment sector, we were able to record ordinary profit as a result of the rising prices of crypto assets we continue to receive. In the financial sector as well, particularly in node operation and asset management, we recorded revaluation gains from the rise in crypto asset prices, which also contributed to ordinary profit. On the other hand, in the financial sector's investment area, we recorded an ordinary loss, driven primarily by an investment loss resulting from a revaluation loss in a portion of VR fund portfolio companies. Nevertheless, in the blockchain-related business, revaluation gains on crypto assets contributed significantly, enabling us to firmly remain profitable. In today's financial results briefing, we have covered the current status and future direction of our businesses, including developments in the financial sector. We will continue to establish a stable earnings base and enhance our corporate value over the medium to long term. In our financial results briefing materials, we have also included information on each business segment's progress, business developments, and an appendix. We ask that you please review them at your convenience. That concludes our quick overview of the first quarter financial results for the fiscal year ending April 2026. Thank you very much for watching.